And fast forward to, obviously, this year, you managed to win the flag, and 2 weeks earlier you got beaten by your team you played in the grand final by 13 goals. So how did you turn that around?
Yeah.
That's an extraordinary story.
It was quite remarkable. The whole season was quite remarkable, and it's so important after the previous 2 seasons of no result and no crowds and COVID and all that kind of stuff. And it was a great season, and Torquay and Drysdale both dominated the season. And I mean, we were thereabouts, but we just couldn't beat those 2 teams in the season. We had a lot of injuries. At certain points in time, 14 of our senior side was out. So it was important for us to build at the end of the season. And every week, with 6 weeks to go, we got a few senior players back, and then we got to play more numerous games together and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, we built all the way up into finals, and we were quietly confident about our finals run. And you get into the finals, it's a total different ball game.
Yep.
And so the first week we had to overcome Drysdale, who finished second. Only lost one game for the year, and we played them, and we did all these things. Our coach Dan Donati was fantastic in treating us like professionals, and we had a pre-game on the Tuesday. We watched some vision and that, which we don't normally do. We sit down and we had a few extra dinners, and just really created that sense of this is something special, finals. And like I said before, it doesn't matter where it is, what league it is, it's finals footy. Yeah, and we come out and we just dominated Drysdale. And, we did really well, and confidence started build from there. And then we played Torquay the next week, and this was a chance to play into the grand final, have a week off, which we needed because that Drysdale game was such a bruising game for us. We had a lot of injuries out of it. We were sore. So Torquay was a big game, and we came in there, and I don't know where the mentality was. We haven't beaten this side for 2 years. The last time we beat them was a grand final in 2019. So we got belted. And then, the following week we had Drysdale again in a prelim final at Newcombe, where the grand final was ultimately held. Up until then, we'd been playing at Port Arlington, which was good because we get to get to play a game in Newcombe. Torquay haven't. So all these little mind games count. And, Drysdale, we started well against them, and we played quite well, probably not as good as the first time we played them, but we just got the job done, and we got through everyone unscathed. We played quite well, and then the belief started to really grow into that grand final week. And that was just such a special week. I mean, here the town, we're at the pub on the Tuesday, watching some tape, doing some stuff, and then the Thursday, big crowd here, dinner here, the atmosphere and all that kind of stuff. It was just fantastic. And then grand final day was just brilliant. Tim Goddard and Dan Donati, they'd organised a room in the local aquatic centre just across the road from the ground. So we met there 3 hours before the game. We just relaxed. We had a really good meeting. We just chatted. We ate our lunch, and we were relaxed and ready to go. And then we walked over together as a team, and we were confident. I don't want to say it was the perfect preparation on the day, but everyone had written us off. Everyone said, well done, Barwon Heads, you did well to beat Drysdale to get into the grand final. But as we walked over from there to the ground, we looked at it. I had a quick chat to everyone, and you could just see in our eyes that we were going to win this. Like everyone here, the 22 blokes, just knew that we were going to somehow win this. And the game was a hard game, but it was quite dominant in the way that we never thought we were going to lose. The way we played, I mean, in the third quarter, they had a challenge, and we had to kick against the wind to kick away and stuff, and we did that. And but we never doubted the result in the end, and it won, and it felt good. It felt very good.
How much did you win in the end by?
I think it was 55 points or something like that, 9 goals, something like that, which was, I mean, you can get the exact stats out of it, but 135-point turnaround in 2 weeks, which is quite remarkable with the same team and all that kind of stuff.
What was in the team lunch?
I don't know. Our president, Tim, got out and organised it. So, yeah. But funnily enough, we go back to the Battle of Ridge and kicking 8 goals. I ended up kicking 70-odd for the year this year in 16 games or something. So quite a good year on the thing. So a bit better than 6 touches per game for 15 years of AFL. But I didn't get near it on grand final day. I didn't kick goal. Points and, dropping marks and stuff. But, that's how you win grand final.
Yeah.
It's a collective of everyone playing their role, and that's how you win.
Yeah.
I'm so proud of it. It's a young side, and these guys, I mean, our top 6 players on the day were our youngest, and these guys are superstars. And I know the club here would kill me for saying that they could probably go off and play VFL footy and some of them AFL because we want to retain them for next year. These guys are great players, and it's a credit to the club because and the coach Dan and his coaching group, because it's a club where they feel confident and welcoming and to be themselves. And to also flourish here as well. So they're from from my last year, 2021, to this year, the growth of those young guys has been massive. So that's the big part of why we won. I've had that question over the last 2 to 3 weeks since we've won it. It goes, like, Brandy, what was better, 2010 or this 2022 with Barwon Heads? And it's funny, in a way, this has been better. Collingwood people.
We've got that on camera.
No, better's not the right word. Different. And because I was 21 when I won at Collingwood.
Yep.
And I'm 34 now. So and I've had such a big career, and are you naive when you're younger? And then here you just know that that was my first grand final since 2010. So you've never been near it for 12 years. So. And the celebrations were completely different. Yes, the whole of Melbourne was pumping, and we couldn't do anything that night. And because it was so massive for Collingwood, we were sheltered and kept in our little players and family bubble. So you didn't get out and experience the community, what it meant to the fans as much. Yes, we were well aware of it and stuff. And when you couldn't move and you were driving in the bus from the MCG to the Crown to our premiership dinner, they were just the bus was going 5 kilometres an hour, and everyone was just hitting the side of the bus. So it's quite big all the way to Crown. So that was massive. But you're inside the bus where the Barwon Heads. We came back here. The whole town was here.
That's awesome.
It was the cup. Everyone was sharing the cup, for primary school kids to the old guy down the street that's come and sat and drank beers up on here for the last 50 years. And everyone was there, and then once we finished here, everyone went to the pub. And then once we finished there, everyone went to the house. And the whole community went together, and to experience that and what it meant to, that you can experience that firsthand, that's quite special. I know you guys have spoken to a lot of country footy clubs and all that, and I think they'd say the exact same thing. And, they might get out some of these bush leagues and you might get 500 people to their grand finals, but it means just as much to them. Celebrating. So